Well, Pete, for the last 2 years, since you listen to this podcast every year, I know that we have done a Super Bowl draft where 4 of us pick 4 teams. We usually do it the first weekend in November. We push it off till right now, but I think it's still pretty wide open, so this doesn't matter. We all get 4 picks in a snake draft, and if your team wins the Super Bowl, you win $100, except you lose money if your team doesn't make it.
I'm being sarcastic because Pete does not listen to this podcast.
I won last year, Pete.
And I think Brinson won it the first year.
Oh, I had the Eagles. Yep. That's right. Yeah, I won it the first year. You got to. Are we doing what we do? $10 each.
We did $33 each, because we had 25. So it's $25 each. Pete, do you have $25? You're willing to devote to this?
I don't know. One time, Brinson owed me some money, and remember, cheapskate. I had to send Rocco and Guido looking for him.
Oh, good.
So look, 16 teams in total. Half the league, a lot of teams, it'd be better to do it earlier in the year. You'd get some value. But this is still interesting with all the teams that we think could make the playoffs or could miss them. So what we're going to do is snake draft. I don't know the order. Nobody knows the order. Producer Harry has randomized the order. He's got proof. Harry, tell us. Oh, it's Ryan Wilson at number 1, followed by me, Pete Prisco, and then John Breach. So it'll go Wilson, Brinson, Prisco, Breach, Prisco, Brinson, Wilson, and then back and forth.
By the way, I would suggest that we rename this podcast random.org because I think that's more fitting than Pick Six Podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
Breach, I'm going to make you the secretary of minutes. You keep up with the picks?
I got it.
I'm going to go. I guess I'm on the clock here.
There's one team who's going to win it all, and the rest of it is crap. I don't want to be part of this.
Here's me sprinting to the podium, Pete. Who am I taking?
Yeah, I don't want to be part of this. This is not.
That's right. What's that? Wilson is taking the Steelers. Congratulations, Ryan Wilson.
You don't want to be part of this. Prisco, this is the most exciting draft that anyone does in any sport all year, and you don't want to be part of this?
There's one team. Okay. I'll have the first pick.
We'll do $6 a piece. How about that? That way it's nothing crazy.
Yeah, I mean, all right, Pete. Jeez, all right, we'll make it $1 each.
A four sport on his
own
power ranking.
The first pick's going to win it.
I'm taking
the guy who has the first pick has never won it.
Never won. So give me the 49ers.
Fun fact.
What a shock. Yeah, I was kind of hoping. I don't know. Hope is not a plan, I guess, but I was sort of hoping that Wilson would screw up and maybe just pick the wrong team.
That's a pipe dream. What's your pick?
I know. I'm trying to think. I mean, I think that this is really tough because you don't love anybody in the NFC to go through the Niners. The AFC is wide freaking open. I think I have to take the team with the best chance to get the number 1 overall seed, a team that could actually upset the 49ers this week. And if they did that, they would be the favorites to win the Super Bowl. I have to take Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
All right. Who's next?
I'll take Mahomes.
Ooh,
that's a layup.
He might end up with the number 1 seed, by the way.
Yeah,
real
for sure.
To end up with the number 1 seed.
You take the Bengals now, or are you going to hope they're there at 8?
Well, the Chiefs,
be there 4,
the Chiefs were my secret weapon. I thought they would last till 4. Prisco's outsmarted. See, why did we invite Prisco? Now he's stealing my teams. You know what?
Nothing's getting a little hairy.
For $50, I'll give you them.
Wheeler dealer, Pete. Pete's a great.
All right, so I have the next 2 picks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a little crazy, and
yeah, boy.
If I was going by the standings in the NFL, you have the Dolphins at 10-4, the Cowboys, Lions at 10-4, Eagles at 10-4.
Too much evaluation. Make the pick.
I'm going with the Cowboys.
All right.
You have 2 picks.
What's next?
And then my next pick is the Buffalo Bills.
Wow.
I don't hate that.
Don't hate that at all.
All right, Petey.
I being second overall was the worst spot. I'd rather be third or fourth.
Yeah, I'd rather have been third
first.
or fourth myself. I'll take. I guess I got to take the Eagles.
You don't have to.
With enthusiasm.
Well, they're gonna have. Probably win the division. They're gonna have a home field, anyways.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Where are you going?
I'm deciding between the 2 teams there's just 2 teams with upside right there. I think that the path is a little bit easier. I don't trust the Dolphins. I'm gonna hand it to Wilson. I'm gonna take the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, there was one of those 2.
Yep.
All right, so I'll take Miami, and then I got another pick coming here. So let's see what we got going here. I got to do some math. Wins over Wilson. Beep, bop, boop, boop, beep, beep, beep. Geez, oh, pizza boys. It's tough sledding. Tough sledding out there. Yeah. I mean, I think I trust the Browns more than the Jaguars at this point.
The Browns are a good pick.
Well, they'd be on the road at Jacksonville, by the way.
That's the Browns are just winning that game.
Yeah.
Pete will snatch those Jags right up if you leave them.
I'm fine leaving them. I want to let me double back because the NFC is a hot mess too. Yeah, boy. All right. I'm going to go with my Joe Flacco's, the Cleveland Browns, Breach.
Wow.
Wow. All right. I'm going to go. I got to go. I got to stay on brand. Pete, I'm going to gift wrap your Jacksonville Jaguars to you. Because I'm going to take
the Rams, are you?
I'm going to take the guy, and I think this is a good 90-1 to win the Super Bowl. They won the Super Bowl 2 years ago, and people are forgetting about them.
Well, they have one player left from that team.
Yeah, they got more than that. They're playing great football right now. Matthew Stafford's creeping up on that MVP ballot, Pete.
Just need
He's
one.
creeping. He could be number 5. He could be your fifth. He could be your 5th MVP vote the way he's playing. Give me the Rams. He's playing awesome.
If you Purdy, Prescott, Allen, McCaffrey, and Tyreek Hill all ahead.
Dude, Tyreek's out the window with the way they blew out the Jets with Waddle. They don't need Tyreek.
Oh my gosh, that's a good
argument.
pick. I was going to take the Rams.
I'll
Who are you
take
gonna-
Jacksonville.
There it is.
Well, you know why? I think this is the weirdest year where we're all sitting here saying, 49ers and Ravens or 49ers and Chiefs, get over it. We've been around this league too long where the weird teams come out of nowhere and start winning. And I think, Jacksonville's not playing very well, but if you get a home playoff game, you get one, then you get one, maybe you win on the road, you're in the championship game. So it's not impossible.
I think that this is, and I've been saying this for the last couple of days, and sort of, I mean, the Bills are sort of the impetus for the idea. I think the Rams would qualify too, but like for years we saw it was, I mean, early part of 2000s, like the late 2000s, early 2010s, it was whatever quarterback got hot at the right time and ripped through the playoffs. Now it's different when you have a 1 seed versus a 1 and a 2 seed, but the Bills and the Rams are two potential wild card teams. The Rams can win the division, Bills could, but like, just you don't want to say like the quarter, and the Browns I think qualify too. Flacco's done it.
So, Breach, are you taking the Bengals now or in 2 picks from now?
Oh man, you guys have left me in an impossible spot.
No, we haven't.
I made a personal 16-team rankings before this draft started. I have the Bengals aren't in my top 2 teams left.
Stick to your draft board. That's what Spielman always says.
I don't know if I can stick to my draft board. All right,
loser.
The final pick of the 3rd round. I wouldn't have made this pick 24 hours ago, but I'm going to do it now. It is the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, that's a great pick, you jerk. Oh, I love it.
And I was hoping they'd come back. But you were going to take the Rams if they were there, right, Breach?
I was going to take the Rams if they were there.
Yeah.
Well, does he have another pick too?
Yeah, I have the next pick, and my final pick
of
the 2023 Super Bowl draft is, of course, who they think gonna beat them Bengals. I am taking Jake Browning and hoping for a miracle.
Nah, it's
you
gonna
think
be
3 and 6. 3 and
I
6
do not feel good
conference.
about it, Pete. I do not,
Jake
because
Browning.
with their conference record, their division record, they have 0 tiebreakers. They really need to win out. I don't know if they can beat the Chiefs on New Year's Eve, so I do not feel comfortable about them getting in.
But other than that, how do you feel?
But I feel like the AFC is wide open. If they get in, they can do damage.
Right. All right, Pete. Last pick.
Read me Tampa Bay's schedule the rest of the way right here.
Tampa Bay.
It's Jacksonville this week might be without Trevor Lawrence.
Then this Saints at home, and then at the Bryce Youngs.
I'll take Tampa Bay.
Yeah, that's a good call, man. That team's playing
That's what I
well.
wanted to.
All right, Brinson, you got the scraps. Which scrap are you taking?
Yeah.
By the way, your bold prediction at the beginning of the year was that the Falcons have more wins than any team. They are still available.
I said it was a 50-1 bold prediction. I also said Matthew Stafford would get an MVP vote.
That's
Never
better.
too late, Pete. Never too late.
Oh,
I'm
sorry, but let me say quickly, Brinson, the reason that this B-hole is pushing, in addition to the passive aggressive stuff with the Dolphins, he had the Dolphins finishing last in the division as one of his bold predictions.
That's right.
I had them going 9-8, and there's a chance they might go 10-7. So
that's
that's
what it was.
not too
Wait,
far
so that
off.
means you have the Patriots winning 10 games or 9 games?
9.
Okay. So I mean, in other words, you're right. You're right, Wilson. Good call. That way he can say, "Well, I wasn't right about them being last, but they did miss the playoffs."
Right. That's what
Yeah,
he's saying.
that-
I
which
think
is
I had
what-
them missing the playoffs. I might have had them missing the playoffs too.
Oh,
Yeah, I might
Thanks,
have
Pete. See, Pete's on the same page as me. I'm on the same
I think.
page.
I
as
mean,
me.
I just got to go. I think the only obvious choice left is the Fighting CJ Strouds and the Houston Texans.
They're gone. Oh, the Texans. Sorry, I thought you said
Yeah.
Gino. God, that's a good. I was going to take them. Dang it, the heck!
And Wilson, you have the final pick.
There's no
of the
way
year's
on
draft.
Earth I'm taking the Gardner Minshew's. Am I? I need to get an NFC team in here.
Get
I
the-
mean,
I think you have the Colts and the Vikings.
yeah,
I'm
that's
not. Nick Mullins is.
Unless you Derek Carr, you want to go Derek Carr on the Saints?
No, I would rather take Nick Mullins. Nick Mullins tried to throw 14 interceptions in that
Or
game.
Jordan Love and the Packers. Maybe they went out.
You're too far behind. Fudge sickle on a stick. All right,
That's
give
where
me
you take
a.
the Steelers. Take your
I got to
Steelers.
take
Do it.
Gardner Minshew. All right, I'm taking Gardner Minshew. I don't like the balance in terms of AFC
If the
NFC.
Packers went out, do they get in?
Yes,
Uh,
we talked about
probably
that. Yeah,
so.
I think so.
I think they get in
Um,
too.
I don't trust.
So
Jordan
who's
Love.
the teams in the last round were Bengal. Who did you get? You got the
Cincy,
I think
Tampa,
Pete
Houston,
easily
and
has
Indy.
the best fourth round pick there.
Let
so
me
Pete
let me
has-
go through this quickly here
Recap it,
because
recap it,
I only have one NFC team and 3 AFC teams. Brinson, you have
2 and
half
2.
2 and 2. Pete has 2 and 2, and Breach, you have 2 and 2. So I'm.
Well, how
I'm
many
just-
division winners do we have each have? That's I think.
All right,
that's
so
the most-
let's read through them and start with do yours first. Wilson has the
49ers.
Niners. But see,
Wait,
that's
Dolphins.
good. You want to have 3 AFC and 1 NFC if you got the
Yeah.
Niners.
yeah, you got the Niners as a division winner.
Dolphins are second.
Maybe.
Right now, they're second. Cleveland's
Yeah.
5 right now, and Indy's 7.
Yeah, you have
Brinson,
one.
see, you got-
you
but
do
you got
have
3
potentially
teams.
one division winner.
But you've got 3 teams that you feel like are in the playoffs. Like you feel
Yeah.
very good that they're in the
Yeah,
playoffs.
and you could have 2 division winners at most.
Colts, I'm a little
Yes.
worried about. But
Yes, 2 division winners at most.
Brinson has the Ravens, who are number 1 in the whole
Division
conference.
winner.
Yep.
Detroit is going to win.
Division winner.
The Rams are second or third, or whatever
Nah.
they're in.
Yeah.
And then Houston is, they can win it.
Might not even
Potential
get in.
division winner. Yeah.
They
No,
can
probably
win
not
it.
getting in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pete, you got the Chiefs division winner.
Division winner.
Are the Eagles winning the division?
Probably.
Yes.
Probably.
I think I have 4 division winners.
Well,
You might have 4
Jacksonville
division winners.
Jacksonville, why are you guys acting like Jacksonville's a layup?
Because they have all the tiebreakers.
All they have to do
They
is
both-
win one game and beat the Titans the last week of the season. They
Okay.
win the division.
Pete's the only person with 4 teams who are
In
currently
Tampa.
favored to win the division.
Well,
Yep.
the
And-
Colts play the Texans last week of the
Texans.
season, so one of them goes.
Okay.
and the
then
Jaguars get the Panther. Don't they have the Panthers left?
They have tiebreakers over both of them.
Yeah.
And Breach, you have Dallas, who
I might only have 1 team in the playoffs.
no, the Bills.
Bills are you could possibly only have one team.
Bills are not a lock. Seahawks are not a
Seattle.
lock. Bengals are not a lock.
and Cincinnati.
Yeah,
All right.
your draft isn't so good.
Well,
if Breeze
you know
drafts
what?
the
Why do we say this was for 1,000 a man?
You know what?
That's
though,
what
Pete?
happens when you draft last. The snake draft. This is Harry screwing me over because I was ripping his Dolphins
Yeah,
earlier.
way to
That's
go,
the only
Harry.
explanation.
It was random. Random.org. Pay attention.
Random.
And by the way,
Dolphins.org.
2
Wait,
years
wait,
ago,
wait, wait.
Breach-
It's random, but it's like Breach is complaining, but Pete literally drafts after him and got 2 division winners after Breach drafted.
Breach didn't stick to his draft board was a problem number 1.
That's right,
But
he
2 years
panicked.
ago, 2 years ago, Pete, when we did this thing in a quarter of the way through the season or a third of the way through the season, Breach got the Bengals when no one thought they were anything. They went to the Super Bowl, if I recall.
I
correctly.
got the Rams. I mean, you guys were like, I think, making fun of me for the Rams, probably.
If you really look at it, if you get division winners, you got a chance to play a home game. You're going to get that gives you a leg up on everybody else.
We
Yeah.
don't. You just don't know that. A lot could change in 3 weeks. That's why we do this earlier, typically. But yeah, I get it. I
Yeah,
get it.
yeah. If we done it like week 5, the Bills would have been the second pick. You're panicking, and all of a sudden you're right back in it.
For instance, the
Um,
Rams were 7-1 when we did our draft in 2021. No one was making fun of you.
I was waiting for that fun fact.